Have you ever thought about blending tower defense and dungeon crawling with roguelike elements? I sure haven't, but Amplitude Studios has, and it works incredibly well, perhaps better than one would imagine. If you recall, Amplitude Studios' last game, Endless Space, was released in 2012, which became one of my favorite 4X strategy games in recent memory, and now they're back, and the running theme of their games is to include endless in the title. Upon starting a new game, you are given a pair of randomized players that are either both melee, both ranged, or a mix of the two. Sometimes one is short and the other is tall, other times you get two hulking badasses that won't die easily. The ideal set for me has been a melee and a ranged character to handle any situation. In my several hours with the game, it always got me the furthest. You move your characters around by selecting them and clicking where you want them to go. You don't have direct control or any way to choose their style of attack. They simply find the nearest enemy and go for the kill. So when starting a new game and you don't get that combination, it leads to you letting your guys die off quickly and reroll a new game to get that winning combination. The game is unabashedly difficult, and it doesn't pretend otherwise. There's been several patches and updates to the game with my hands on, though it continues to be difficult. But now it includes a helpful slideshow-style tutorials to at least tell you how it all works. And really only through playing it do you get the real understanding that death comes often and it must be accepted. So you start anew with randomized dungeon and a new cast of characters. The UI is actually the same from Endless Space, but it doesn't really match the game's aesthetics. However, it is clear and clean that is easily understood. So given the clash in styles, it's still more beneficial to the player. Some features are just simply not developed yet, as when you try to click on them and nothing happens, or it's just grayed out. As I stated, the game is a mix of dungeon crawling, tower defense, with roguelike elements. It is an endurance run to see how far you can get, and you are scored appropriately, should you be victorious or fail. So how does it play? After a short cutscene of your ship crashing, you disembark and must explore these space dungeons to survive. You explore room after room, where some will contain resources, other enemies, or nothing at all. After several playthroughs, I never found a third person to join the party. I'm not sure if it's limited to just two, but it just never happened for me. You are protecting your crystal core that powers everything. Each new room that contains a power node can be brought to life to create turrets, food stations, or a way to replenish your team's health. You can heal in combat, but it uses your earned currency to do so, reducing the ability to add on to new rooms. Once an exit is found, it's time to take your energy crystal from your crashed ship and take it to the next level to repeat the process. While this isn't a review, those looking to purchase this for yourself, as this is available on Steam's Early Access program, does get a recommend from me. There's no wipes or kind of progress to really be concerned about. There are some updates that have kind of messed with the saves where you can't use a previous save, but given that the life that you will have during this game and it being so difficult is not going to last you very long, there's just a lot of replayability here, and it offers to be a very promising title. I've gone ahead and put a link to the game in the description for those looking to grab it. Thanks.